Have you ever noticed that the times you felt the most broken, the most hopeless, the most lost, were also the times when something deep inside you was changing? What if I told you that the pain you're feeling right now is not a sign that you're failing, but a sign that you're closer than you think? Most people believe pain is punishment. That pain means something is wrong with them. But in the path of non-duality and spirituality, pain is often a doorway. It shows up most intensely right before a breakthrough. Just like the darkest part of the night comes right before the sunrise, the heaviness you feel is proof that something in you is dissolving to make space for something greater. Pain intensifies because the ego is collapsing. The ego is like a false identity we've carried for years, sometimes for lifetimes. It has built its entire world on illusion, on stories about who we are, what life is, and what makes us safe. When awakening begins, truth starts to burn through these illusions. And the ego doesn't go quietly. It fights, it resists, it screams. That resistance is what you feel as pain. The pain is not life-threatening, it's ego-threatening. It feels like something is being ripped away, but in reality, nothing real is being taken from you. Only the false is being removed. Think of a caterpillar in a cocoon. If you look from the outside, it looks like suffering. It's confined, it's shaking, its body is dissolving. But what's really happening is transformation. The old form cannot remain if the butterfly is to emerge. The same is true for you. When pain arises on the path, it means you are in the cocoon stage. The form you once knew is breaking apart, and though it feels like death, it's actually life being reborn. Pain is the pressure that makes you open, the fire that makes you soft, the storm that clears the sky. But here's the problem. The mind hates pain. It labels it as wrong, as a problem, as something to escape. The truth is, pain is a messenger. It only arises to show you what you are still holding on to. It comes to point at attachments, illusions, false identities. If you listen deeply, pain is saying, "Look here. This is where you're not free yet." But because we are conditioned to avoid discomfort, we run, we distract ourselves, numb ourselves, blame others. And in running from pain, we miss its message. In non-duality, pain itself is neutral. It's neither good nor bad. It is the mind's interpretation that makes pain unbearable. One person loses a job and feels destroyed because their identity was tied to it. Another person loses a job and feels relief, as if a new door has opened. The event is the same. The pain is the same sensation in the body. What changes everything is how the mind frames it. When you stop labeling pain as a curse, it begins to turn into a teacher. This is why so many people on the spiritual path experience what is known as the dark night of the soul. It is the stage where everything feels empty, meaningless, and hopeless. You feel abandoned by God, abandoned by life, abandoned even by yourself. You wonder if you've gone crazy, or if you're failing spiritually. But this is not failure. It is purification. The dark night is not darkness. It is the clearing of your inner sky. It is the stripping away of everything false so that only truth remains. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it feels like you've lost everything. But in reality, you're losing nothing but illusions. The closer you get to awakening, the louder the mind screams. The mind fears silence because silence is the end of it. For the ego, silence is death. That's why, when you sit in meditation, when you stop distracting yourself, you suddenly feel all your pain rise to the surface. The silence doesn't create the pain. It reveals the pain that was always there, hidden under noise. And in that silence, you have a choice. Run from it or allow it. If you allow it, you discover something amazing. The pain dissolves when it is no longer resisted. This brings us to a key truth. Resistance creates suffering. Pain itself is not the problem. It's our resistance to it that creates the real suffering. Imagine holding a rope in a tug of war. The tighter you pull, the more your hands burn. But if you let go, the pain stops instantly. In the same way, when we fight reality, when we argue with what is, we suffer. Pain signals to us, stop fighting, let go. When you let go, what remains is a spaciousness in which the pain loses its power. So how do you move through pain and awakening? The first step is acceptance. Stop labeling pain as wrong. Instead, see it as part of the journey. The second step is presence. Bring your attention to the raw sensation, not the story your mind is telling about it. Notice the tightness in your chest, the heaviness in your stomach, the tears in your eyes, without attaching meaning. The third step is observation. Watch how pain rises and falls. Nothing stays forever, not even suffering. And the final step is trust. Remember that pain is part of your purification. It is life emptying you of illusions so you can know your true nature. If you want to feel this directly, try this with me. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Bring to mind the pain you've been carrying. Maybe it's grief, loneliness, fear, or confusion. Now, instead of running from it, just breathe into it. Feel the raw sensation in your body. Don't call it good or bad. Don't add a story. Just notice. As you breathe, you'll see the pain is not solid. It moves, it shifts, it comes and goes. This simple practice shows you pain only has power when you resist it. On the other side of pain is transformation. Once it dissolves, you realize it was never your enemy. Pain was the fire that burned away illusions. Pain was the teacher that pointed you back to yourself. Pain was the bridge, never meant to be a place you build a house, but a passage you walk through. And when you walk through it, you see that what you feared losing was never truly you. So if you are in pain right now, hear this. You are not failing. You are not being punished. You are not broken. You are closer than you think. The pain is not proof that life has abandoned you. It is proof that life is transforming you. Don't give up when it hurts. Don't run away. Lean in. Breathe through it. Allow it. Freedom isn't waiting on the other side of pain. Freedom is found in allowing the pain to be exactly as it is. The truth is simple. The pain means you're closer than you think. Beyond the pain is peace. Beyond the resistance is silence. And beyond the illusions is the truth of who you really are.